All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. You already know another video, but today we talking about the best budget cases right now that you can go out there and get all of these on Amazon. And here's the thing. These cases are going to be $20 and under. Well, there's one case that's like 21 bucks. But we're going to roll it under all the same umbrella of these being the best budget cases that you can go out there and get for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. All right, now you already know everything I talk about will be linked down below. Let's go ahead and get this thing jumping and pumping, man. iPhone 16 Pro Max. And the first case that we got to come on deck is going to be the Liquid Air. And this case is absolute steal when it comes from speaking for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And the reason this case is a steal is because for that cheap price, this comes with a camera control button. And this case really checks just about all the boxes that majority of people need when it comes to a case. Now, when it comes to the Liquid Air, this is going to be Spigen's one of their more minimal options. Outside of the thin fit, this is their, as you see, it has kind of a flimsier TPU style. Now on the back, you are going to have that Liquid Air pattern. And basically what that consists of is a whole bunch of geometric triangles shaped all different directions, basically up and down, which gives you a nice little texture on the back. Now this back can get a little few smudges and different things like that, but in my opinion, I don't think it's that bad. On the sides, when it comes to this Liquid Air, you are going to get some grips on the side. So when you're holding it, it's not just going to be all slippery and just material on the side. You do have these little grooves, which does provide you a little bit of grip. Of course, it's going to have these built-in buttons, no standalone buttons, no interchangeable buttons, anything like that. As I always, man, keep that price point in mind of less than $20. And of course, you are going to have that MagSafe. So go ahead and slapping this case on here. I just love this case, and this is easily one of the best under 20 bucks because you get a nice snug fit that goes around. Sure, you do get a little pull band, but this case right here, I slapped it on my phone and I've actually ran it for a good little while because it just is simple, it's slim, it's minimal, it gets the job done when you were talking about light protection. Now, I'm not saying you can go ahead and chuck this thing off the Empire State Building, it's going to survive a drop. I'm not saying that at all. But what this is going to do is just provides you light type protection. And of course, you're going to have that very nice camera control button. And we already know just how Spigen's camera control button works. It's going to perform absolutely perfect. As you can see, your cutouts are good to go. When it comes to the bottom as well, when you're talking about snapping it on, it doesn't have any pop and super satisfying like snaps to let you know that it's on, but it does work with MagSafe. The case fit decently well. And look, even for that cheap price point, this thing has a very strong magnet. Look at this. We talking about for $15.99. This case is an absolute steal for this price. So if you're looking for one of the best, this is probably the best budget case right now that you can get for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Go ahead and check out the Spigen Liquid Air. Make sure there's two things. You get the one that has the camera control button here, and you get the one that has MagSafe. Now, next up is going to be a new case for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. At least I thought it was new when I first found this. You've seen this on the channel before. This is going to be the Tinny Owl case. All right, now I believe this case right here is sitting at maybe $18.99, if I'm not mistaken. Once again, touching under that under $20 price point. Now, the reason why I love the Tinny Owl is because it's a little bit more upgraded than the Liquid Air. You're getting a little bit more. So on the inside, you're going to get a nice soft lining. You are going to get that MagSafe, of course. You're going to get your same type buttons, the built-in buttons, and all of these are going to have those air slits, volume up and down, your action button, which is going to be a little bit different. You can see it kind of has a little circle button there. Cutouts are fine, and as you can see, this also has a camera control. But the reason why I love the Tinny Owl case because this case really reminds you of another case that's much more expensive in one of my daily cases right now, which is going to be the Kadabe sheath, but it's going to be offering almost the same experience for just a quarter of the price, sitting at under 20 bucks because this has a nice textured back. And on the sides, if you see it up close, it has nice little stippling along the sides to really help you when you are talking about gripping this phone case. Now, the reason why I love this is just because it's a very minimal, very clean case, something you also can experience just like the Kadabe sheath, but this is giving you those nice grips on the side with being very subtle. This material on the back, which is not going to show fingerprints, it's not going to show smudges. We all love these cases that when you grab, eat a little piece of chicken, I don't know, you might want to got some steakums juice on your fingers. You're not going to get all the grease when we are talking about on the back. Nice fitting, snug case. It's a great time to be alive that we have cases that's under 20 bucks that fits this snug when we are talking about the protection and different things of a case like this. So this is going to be the tinny owl. As you can see, it also has that camera control button. So let's go ahead and test this out real fast. And I'm not going to put a case up here who has a bad camera control button. Every case that's up here except one has camera control buttons, and guess what? They all work very well. When you're talking about the buttons, you can't really hear too much, but they are pretty tactile, not like super tactile because they are built-in buttons, of course, with those air slits, but it's more than enough tactile to work just fine. Your protection, when you're talking about lip protection, it has a little lip, and you already know I'm running a tempered glass screen protector, so you already know what to expect from this. This is going to be something similar as to the liquid air, where this is not going to give you heavy, super heavy protection, but it's going to give you everyday protection for what you need it for. So this is going to be the tinny owl case. The reason why I like this one and the main highlights on this is the nice texture on the back, the subtle grips on the side. Of course, it's going to provide you MagSafe, which also has a nice strong magnet for that under $20 price point. These cases are absolutely knocking out the park when it comes to giving you the features that you need for a very nice price point, and that's exactly what the tinny owl was. This was probably one of the better budget or the best budget case up until that speaking liquid air came around. So this is also going to be, if I have to give a second best budget, it's going to be the tinny owl case. Now, of course, we got to have one budget case in here that does not have a camera control, all right? I still like the case that much. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this case may have got #1 on my first top 10 video. Yeah, we might have to redo that a little bit, man, but I still love this case right here, and this is going to be the Phone Rebel Air 2. Now, this is going to be the case that's for $21.99, but can I just slide it in under that $20 price point? It's so close that I had to put it in the video, and this still is a very nice budget case for what you get when it comes to this. Now, on the back of this, you're not going to get any type of texture on the back. This is one of those cases that's going to be very smooth. This is also one of those cases that's going to give you some smudges and different things like that on the back. Not terrible, but just let you know how it goes when it comes to the back of this case. You're going to get a little bit of Phone Rebel branding right here along the sides. Now, of course, you're going to get that big cutout for the camera control. Phone Rebel. I wish you were to update your Air 2. This is such a great case. You only have a couple of cases, man. Let's at least go ahead and update this bad boy with camera control. I don't know why you didn't. You can give this a budget case. You don't got to change the price. You can make this with camera control for the same price. Y'all see all the comparisons that we have here. But yeah, this is going to be it. But on the sides, you're going to get very pronounced grips. These are going to be grips that's a little bit more pronounced than both what the actual tinny owl has going on and what the liquid air has going on. These are going to be a little bit pronounced. These are going to be a little bit more prominent to really feel those grips when you talk about in your hand. On the inside, of course, you're going to get those MagSafe magnets. Let's go ahead and pop this case on. Nice, tight fitting case. I mean, this case fits very, very tight, and I absolutely love the way it fits. This is the tightest. As of what we reviewed so far, I would say this is going to be the tightest fitting case yet. Now, what I like about this case is it has those extra feet on the corner. Is when you drop it or you set it down face first, you're not setting the actual case on the display. It's actually going to be resting on those feet. So that's a nice little feature that you get for that, $20 price point. Buttons, as you can see, you're going to get those built-in buttons. Nothing fancy when it comes to the buttons. All the cutouts are fine. And even that it has a cutout for the camera control, Phone Rebel, in my opinion, did it very clean. And you can get in there real good to still activate that camera control if you wanted to, if that was your thing. But overall, nice, snug fitting case. Very, very tight fitting case. I mean, this is one of the better tight fitting cases, just period. Popping it on MagSafe charger. Now, it does not have the strongest magnet, as you can see from MagSafe charger. So this is going to be a little bit more weaker compared to the other two that we've already talked about. And even the other two that we still have remaining, those have very strong magnets also. But this is going to be the Phone Rebel Air 2. Love it. This case is sitting at $21.99. Very nice grips. You have nice claws on the front for when you're setting it down. Nice matte, clean type of design, but it will show a few smudges. But the main highlight points is very nice grip, tight fit, nice buttons. Overall, great case that's not going to break the bank when it comes to providing you the protection that you need. Now, this next one is probably one of my favorite sleeper cases for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I'm coming to do another top 10 case video part 2 because we've had a bunch of case updates, and I'm gonna tell you right now, man, you can expect to see this case probably within my top 5, and that's going to be the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T. Now, this is going to be the only case on the list that actually has a matte variant to where you can see through it. There is another case that I'm going to talk about that kind of has a different variant, but not really. I love this case. $18.99 for this case, and what you're getting is rock solid. This is a case. Now, I'm not saying the others aren't, but this is a case that I could easily use as my daily driver case. Out of all of these, I'll probably have used this the most when it comes to my daily driving. On the back, you're going to get that very nice matte. I am a sucker for a matte frosted back. I just absolutely love it. Now, on the sides, you're going to get that shinier TPU material. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of that. Speaking, if you're looking at the video, make this a matte black with that frosted back. Ultra Hybrid T with that camera control, and then you're gonna be cooking. People gonna be really liking it. People already vibe with this, man, but it's gonna be that much better if you can just make these sides just that matte black. I feel that it'd be perfect. Nice camera control right there. You're gonna get those speaker magnets, which are very strong, not standalone, but built-in buttons that goes around, cutouts, and just overall a nice looking case. And this also has the 4 feet on the bottom for when you set a case like this down. You don't got to always worry about, man, you know what, I'm worried about damaging my frosted back. You don't got to worry about with this because it's going to be able to sit on the actual camera bump and the 4 feet that goes around. So you're not setting it directly on that frosted back. So that's something good to feel there. When it comes to this case, you're going to get a nice snug fit when it comes to the speaking case. Very nice, tight fit. When it comes to that camera control, once again, Spigen has one of the better camera controls right alongside Apple. Just amazing to look when it comes to that camera control. You can see the way it looks right there. Nice, clean integration when it comes to that. Love the look of it, all right? Especially with this frosted, with the white titanium, with the frost, you kind of get this look when you were talking about this case. Nice buttons, all right? Nothing to write home about, you know, but you can't barely hear it. I need to get a super sensitive speaker microphone for the buttons, but very nice tight fit. And when it comes to those speaker magnets, I mean, has the strongest magnets by far probably on this list. Very strong magnets. That's what you get when it comes to speaking and their magnets. But absolutely love the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T. Tight fit, strong magnets, very nice camera control button, and it looks good giving you that matte black, that frosted back, a little bit of breakup to the other cases that we have here, which is your plain black and gray. And a lot of these cases don't really offer that many more colors except this last one, which offers a few more colors. But love the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T. Nice cutouts, camera control, frosted back, strong magnets, nice snug tight fit, and the Spigen, you know, with their cases, you're never going to be breaking the bank when it comes to providing you that protection that you need. Now, last but not least is a case that probably does not get talked about the most. If you're a person out there who loves the Apple silicone case, but you just don't want to pay that extreme price point that Apple is charging for their silicone case, then you can go out there and buy this the ESR. All right, ESR also offers a silicone case. Looks a little bit different. There are things that's a little bit different, but I'm here to tell you, man, this case is a sleeper. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. As you can see, this is going to be silicone, and this is going to be the gray colorway. They also include a few other colors that you can go on Amazon and choose. They have a few colors that kind of pop at you. Blue, they may have a yellow. They got a few different color offerings, but I like this, man, because a few reasons. Nice soft lining on the inside. It's going to give you that ESR halo lock, and you already know ESR makes some nice strong magnets when it comes to their cases. So let's go ahead and pop it on, and when you snap it on, you understand why the case like this will be on this list. You're going to get a very tight fit when it comes to this case. The only area that kind of moves a little bit is right down here where it comes to the Type-C, because most of this is rigid, but right there it moves a little bit. Not absolutely worried about that one bit. When it comes to those buttons, probably the most tactile buttons that we have on this list. Very nice clicky buttons. Just that it did an amazing job when it comes to those buttons. As you can see, here's going to be the camera protection, and when you get this case, you're actually going to get another color that you can swap out. I think in the packaging this also came with like a golden yellow color to where you could pop this out and switch it out, and it just customizes your look just a little bit more. Now, what's different about this case is it shows the MagSafe ring kind of protruding out on the back of it, if you can see what I'm saying. Not the worst design. Is a little bit weird in my opinion, but one thing about ESR magnets, look, they can look as weird as they want to, but they're also going to deliver some very strong magnets for that price point. And also, this does offer a subtle camera control button. It blends in so well when it comes to this case. And ESR is another one that people sleep on that also has a very nice camera control button. So if you're looking for a silicone case, you don't want to really break the bank when it comes to Apple. Say you don't really care to have all the best colors, all the matching colors that they offer, because guess what? Yes, the Apple silicone case does offer tons of colors, but this one, you're going to get just the majority of the case. Now, longevity about this, not 100% sure how this does longevity wise, but for right now, very nice clicky button, strong MagSafe, nice camera control, soft lining on the inside, very tight fit. I mean, this bad boy is up there, all four corners are going to give you that snap you need. So probably one of the tighter fitting cases of all of them, very tight fit, but this is going to be a nice option if you're someone who loves a silicone case. So this is going to be the ESR silicone Spigen Ultra Hybrid T. We got the Phone Rebel Air 2, Tinny Owl, and the Liquid Air, man. These are going to be your best budget options, and the good thing about it is they're all available on Amazon right now. Now, when I'm placing this video, Amazon Prime Day, I think, will still be going on, so guess what? You might be able to pick some of these cases up for a little bit of a discounted price. So head down below, go ahead and grab them. I did a dedicated video for every one of these cases except the actual ESR silicone, so I'll be make sure to leave the dedicated link videos under the product link so you can go out there and get them. But other than that, let's go ahead and direct you to another video, man. If you want to see my first top 10 cases for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, you can check that video right here. Updated version coming very soon.